Alright, so in this video, I'm going to show you how you can generate a stunning product design packaging using Gemini AI. To be more specifically, we are trying to generate a front side of a product label using Gemini. So this would assume that you already created your own product, you have the product, and you just need to create a label, especially the front side, that later can be stick into the product. So these are some examples that I created using Gemini AI, and the prompt or the technique that I'm about to show in this video can be applied to most consumer products like a cosmetic product, cleaning product, and maybe food and beverages, etc. So if you are interested, then let me show you how you can do it. First, you need to prepare the product photo and also some description about the product, because this is very useful for AI to understand the kind of design that could be relevant for the product label. Anyway, after that, you can open Gemini. So here I'm using the desktop version of Gemini. I'm going to just upload the product photo into this text area. Let me just drag and drop the product photo. Sorry about that. There you go. So after the photo has been uploaded, you can use this prompt and you can copy and paste it into Gemini. This prompt should be available in the description down below. I'm going to copy it and right click, paste. And there you go. So before we continue, there are a few things that you must modify in the prompt, and this is very important. So right here, there is a square bracket that talks about the design style alongside with some examples that you can use for your own product. But I do recommend to come up with your own design style description, because this will be unique for each product. Now, let's say I'm going to just delete this, and let's say I want to have calligraphy text. Maybe it's big, and I want the color to be green and white, and maybe some, what else? Okay, so perhaps some other important or relevant visual elements, or something like that. It's not the best description, but you can just sit down for 5 minutes and think about the design style that you want to incorporate into the product. But anyway, after that, down here, you can specify some details about the product. And I'm going to just copy some paragraphs from this document. I'm not going to use all of it because it could overwhelm AI. So I'll just use maybe, perhaps just this section. Let me just copy and press Ctrl V to paste. I'm going to click Tools, click Create Images, and then make sure that you're using Thinking or Pro, because these two options will guarantee that it's going to be using the best image model in Gemini, which is Gemini Nano Banana Pro. And after that, you can send a message and just wait for this AI tool to generate the image. So basically, it will analyze the visual or the image that you just provided, and also will read or analyze the text that you have sent as a prompt, and just wait for about 20 to 30 seconds for Gemini to create the product photo. And of course, if you don't like it, there is always a way to modify or improve the design, or perhaps getting another variation. So this is the design that I got. I think that's quite decent, but there are a few ways to improve or modify the design. First, you can just click this edit button, edit prompt, and then you can get a slightly different prompt. You might also just click the redo button down here. This is actually my favorite approach when it comes to getting another variation. And honestly, in the previous examples that I have shown you earlier, I actually just click the redo button and I can just navigate to the other variation, and I can see which one that I think look the best. But you can also just come down here and then you can describe the image once again. If there is anything that you want to modify after the initial photo, then you can do it right here. Just tell Gemini that you want to have a different color. Maybe you want to add something or remove something from the photo. So that's where you can iterate. And I think you need to know that this is basically just a tool. I don't think you can use it right away to get a ready to be used design. I don't think you can just send it to your supplier and then they're going to create a product like that. So I think you need to use human in the loop to verify the design, because AI can make mistakes sometimes. Anyway, so I got this other variation. Okay, this one is a bit more interesting than this one. So the second variation is a bit more vibrant, and honestly, I like it more. So if you like the design, perhaps you can download it. You can click the download button right here to get the design or the mockup into your device. So that's basically how you can use Gemini to generate some label designs with just one simple prompt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. I wish you a great day ahead.